Wow. I didn't check the date, but I got a terrible feeling it is already the 10th. That means the month is 1/3 over. Do you think that's what's happening? Anyway, this is Lou. I decided to go for a walk. However, it's still a little bit breezy. And the breeze feels good, when it's hot. Not the breeze, but when the sun is hot and the breeze comes on, that feels great, unless it's hot. And there are places where the wind is hot, and that doesn't feel good. So right now the wind is blowing. It's got a chill in the air. But the dad's caregiver is here, and she said it was going to be like in the 80s today. So tripping. We're getting there. Anyway, I figured I would get a little bit of walking done while she's here. And then I'll come back out later and walk some more maybe. Meaning I'm a baby, and if I get cold, I'm going back in. I just put on my sweater, and the breeze goes right through it because it's knit. If I had put on my coat, it's like a little raincoat, I guess, windbreaker type of thing. But that's it, windbreaker. It stops the wind, which will stop me from getting cold. Just looking at these flowers. I know I keep showing them to you guys. Just not sure what that is. One with the little purple flowers coming on it. That could end up being like a gladiola or something. There's one over here too. So someone spread them out. There's one, you can't really see it. These should be having some flowers growing pretty soon, I would think. But anyway, just here in the neighborhood. I'll check the date before I put it on the video, but I almost think that I already did a 9. Time is flying. It's flying by so fast. In some ways that's good, in some ways it is not. I should be paying attention because I'm walking on the sidewalk. For the most part, this sidewalk is doing pretty good. After years and years and years, they tend to, the dirt does something and it raises it up or something. Like, for instance, this particular one. So you'd be walking along, if you're not paying attention, you might run right into that and trip. I can't even talk. Okay. So I went to bed. Actually, I was in the room gonna lay down. Geez, maybe even 8 o'clock. 8:30 or something, but I didn't go to sleep, right away. Which I'm glad I didn't, because I had a phone call that I didn't want to miss. But sometimes it just doesn't come in until I've already gone to sleep. So it came in early last night. Yay. Anyway, the point is, I went to bed earlier than I normally do. And what time did I wake up? 3:45. I guess that's okay. But I think I probably have not been back to sleep since then. So by the time your day starts, you've already got part of it gone. But I guess that's a good thing, huh? I just know that I need to get more sleep. And so if I go to bed early and get 2 different sessions of sleep, I guess that's good. Better than none. This thing's going to say, hey, we're recording you. I'm walking down the sidewalk in front, so. It said, hi, you are currently being recorded. Oh, man. Well, I hope and I pray that this series of miracles that's going on with me getting seen and not being put off, maybe that's a sign that other good miracles are coming. That's a cute little car. I didn't leave her a lot of room in the driveway, but she made it. I'll show you. The lawnmower people, okay? Supposed to come on Wednesday, they did not. But Dad's always worried about them getting around the car. So yesterday we made sure that they had room. So I parked in the middle of the driveway. See? See how much room? But there's the car, the caregiver's car. It's a cute car, I like it. I think it's a Nissan. Is that a Nissan? Yes, it's a Nissan, and it's a Versa, V-E-R-S-A, Versa Note. It's a cute car. I had a little Honda Civic, a 92 Honda Civic that was a hatchback that was highly sought after, and I did not know it. I bought it. I needed a car, and this person put up a car for sale, and anyway, she was in a hurry to get rid of it because her husband would not let her buy another car until she sold that one. So she was motivated to sell, and I got it for a killer price. I don't even remember now, but it was a really good deal. And then later on, a big old hailstorm came into town, and I didn't get a chance to move my car. I was just saying to myself, I wonder if I ought to move my car. And boom, the sky opened up, and like someone had poured a pan full of ice down on my car. There were dents everywhere. The whole town had it. And anyway, I wasn't going to take it to the insurance people because I didn't realize the situation. No, I took it to the insurance people, and I got almost twice as much money as I paid for the car to fix my car. And they also said you didn't have to do it. In other words, I had full coverage. I took it in to just see about it. I had no idea they were going to do that. I'm so glad I took it in. So anyway, I bought my car, and then they paid me the money I paid for my car plus that same amount on top of it. So that was a blessing and a miracle too. And it was right before I wasn't going to have a job anymore because we sold the propane company. So it was years ago, 1998. But nevertheless, what a deal. Sometimes good things happen. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's a nice big old patch of shade. Look at the shade. Lovely tree down on the ground. Look at all that shade. Lovely, lovely. And now my sweater, I'm too hot. So I'm going to come over here and take it off. Ah, just have to get my blood moving a little bit. And that's what happens. Wow. Guess I could take it halfway off. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just let it hang on my arms. No, maybe I won't. I can't make up my mind what I'm doing, can I? Oh. All right, I'm just going to put that right there. I'll pick it up on the way back. Oh. So, let's see what I can do. Boy, I tell you what, that tree's looking bigger and bigger because those leaves are filling out. Look at that big old tree. I've been watching these trees through the winter, you know, because they had no leaves. They were all naked. But they's full now. I think their leaves are still growing though, so it'll even get bigger. Okay, so what is something good to talk about today? How are you guys doing? I'm going to talk about something that just happened, okay? Dad's caregiver came. She's still there. And I hesitated to ask her because she got on my channel the last time she was here. I had her get on my channel, and then she's the one who showed me that when you're a subscriber to my channel, there's a way to look at my oldest videos. There's a place that sorts by, so it can be the most popular or the most recent or the oldest. And so I was thrilled about that, because really you need to go back to the beginning and listen to some of those videos. But anyway, I asked her if she'd gotten on my channel. She said, yeah. And then she said, as a matter of fact, see, I gave her one of my samples, okay? And she told me she gave it to, I don't know if she gave it to her mother or she just put it on her mother. But her mother had a place where she was in pain. I don't know if it was around her neck or where, but anyway, she put some on her mother's neck. And her pain went away. I'm just happy. I'm so happy to hear that. I like testimonies, you know. I've got some good ones. So, what I've got is, hi. Anyway, my sizes of jars, okay? So I've got a 10-gram size, and I've got a 30-gram size. The 30-gram size is $75. Donation. And the 10-gram size I'm gonna let go for $25. That's 1/3 of the, you know, it's 1/3 of the full. In fact, the 30-gram size is just a little bit bigger than an ounce, because an ounce is 28 grams. And they're 30. They're around 30. I'm not gonna say they're exactly. I did try to fill them as much as I could, but they expand, you know, the liquid expands. So, I mean, it condenses and then it expands when it becomes liquid. And even though it says airtight, or I don't know if it would be airtight, anyway, the point is, it will leak out. So it's best to keep them solid, and you do that in the fridge, or you have temperatures below 74 degrees. And then I did also, during the summer it gets so doggone hot that I added beeswax. So anybody who's allergic to beeswax shouldn't have it. And I'm not sure which ones are which. I would prefer not adding the beeswax, but I was really worried about the liquid. So, put them in your fridge, unless temperatures are below, because they stay solid. And then, you know, just don't leave them upside down and all around, you know, laying on its side or upside down. Leave it sitting straight up. But I do think that they'll last longer in the fridge too. Myself, you know, depending on your situation, you might want a little fridge in your bedroom. My medicine that I created takes away pain. It helps with mobility. These are things that I know, okay, from the testimonies that I've gotten, and also from my own experience. When I say I put my stuff on my skin and it goes into my veins, it does. And it's not just sitting there in my veins, it's running through my whole body, wherever my veins go, okay? Wherever that bloodstream goes. So, she has chronic pain and it took it away. I doubt it took it away forever. I would like to know how long it lasts. But there are some. Like, I told you before, but you guys probably haven't seen that. A lady got one of my jars. I was at a drum circle at a friend of mine's house. And it's the first one I'd ever been to. First and only one so far. But a drum circle is about healing. So most of the people there were trying to be healed. They had some kind of problem or another. And they were friends of my girlfriend. Anyway, this one particular person, she limped really bad. And I didn't know why. I just knew she limped, and I mean bad, like leaning over and hardly having a hard time walking. And she took one of my jars, but she was using it on, she had some scar tissue on her face, I believe, from cancer treatments, okay? She'd had a cancer treatment on her face, and so she had a few sores, or I don't know if they were still sores or if they were scars. But anyway, she put my stuff on it, and then it festered. It turned red and stuff, and so we were all alarmed. So I told her to quit doing that. But she still put it on her age spots because, like, I had already told her that my husband, at the time, he's not my husband anymore, had a skin tag over his eye, a real long one. And for some reason I was gone for a couple of months, and he was using my ointment on his skin tag. And it went away. It went down to a little teeny nub from being really long. So 2 months and he had that results. And so I told them about that. So anyway, so she was using it on her age spots. She quit using it on the sores on her face. But above her sores, like up in the eye area up in here, she was using it on an age spot. And after a while, amazingly enough, her sciatica went away. Tell me how that happened. But anyway, her sciatica went away. She sent me an email, and because I call my stuff Magical Healing Ointment, okay? Or I call it a lot of different things, but that's what's on my card. And that's what I talk about on my channel. And she wrote me an email. I should really read it. It said that it was truly miraculous, and that her sciatica had went away and she's walking a lot better. Well, so her sciatica was the reason she was walking like that. And then she had told me before that her son had a problem with his ribs, some kind of pain. Maybe he had an injury from before of some sort. But anyway, she said he was using it on his ribs and that pain went away. So, I mean, that's wonderful to me. I love that. And then I have my own experiences with it. You women out there who are dry and sex that you used to love, maybe. Anyway, if you're dry and brittle, it's painful now and you don't like it. Because who likes pain? Well, I know for a fact you can put it inside, just a little ways inside, and it melts into your tissues and they become soft and supple, and sex was very enjoyable. And my husband said, "You're mighty wet down there." Very unusual, okay? Nevertheless, I'm just telling you, my stuff is wonderful. It promotes blood flow. And I felt things I had never felt before. So that was a testimony. And besides that, what happened was I got high. Now this stuff that I made, you put it on your skin on the outside, you don't get high. Put it on I put it on my gums and underneath my tongue and stuff, I don't get high. But I put it inside, and the friction of the event pumped that stuff right through my bloodstream. I mean, you're sensitive down in there, inside, and so it went into my bloodstream. And then I imagine with the action of intercourse, it pumped through me. And then next thing you know, I'm going, oh my God, I don't remember smoking anything. And I was high. I was so high. Of going, wow. So the reason I tell you that, people, is because you're not going to feel the effect of the THC itself in that particular instance. That was wonderful. So this medicine that I made was made for pain. My husband had and has nerve damage and a lot of pain. So I started creating it for him. And then he was worried about prostate cancer, and I got diagnosed with cancer. So, yeah, I made it strong. I doubled the dose once I found out I had cancer. But I don't know what the right dosing is, okay, of my concoction. I just know that for me, I have no gallbladder, so I don't have the acids in my stomach that would dissolve all that stuff like regular people. But for me, I had to find a different way to get it in my system, okay? And that's what happened. So I figured out how to emulsify it and make it water soluble, and I can put it on my skin and it goes in. So I don't have to deal with that thick black oil. That thick black oil is wonderful medicine, and the doctor who invented it, Rick Simpson, or the one who's famous about it, I don't know if somebody else had ever done it before, but he took that thick black oil and put it on people's melanoma. I think I'm using the word right. In other words, skin cancer. And it healed it, people. So if it can do that, I figure if I can get that inside me, you know, because I tried doing it the other way, getting it inside. And they say if you take the medicine like they're telling you to, 64 grams of Rick Simpson oil is what you need before you're done. I don't know how long it takes. I can't remember that. But you start out like with the size of a grain of rice. And then after 4 days, you double that. And then after 4 more days, you double that until you are taking 1 gram a day. But the point is, they are saying that that oil, if you put it through your digestive system, you're only going to get about 20% of the medicine. Okay? That stuff's expensive and it tastes nasty. Well, now my concoction it's still expensive, okay? Don't get me wrong, because we grew it from the ground up, man. We grew it and we kind of cured it. In other words, you dry it and stuff. I don't know what it really takes, how long it takes to cure it properly to get everything that you're supposed to get out of it, like the THC. But if you decarboxylate your pod, it activates the THC. And then that's your medicine. That is what kills cancer cells. I'm just going by hearsay, and then I'm just telling you, it makes sense to me. I couldn't even get that stuff in my system before, but now it's running through my body in a marvelous way, because it's right there in my bloodstream. And it's not a thick oil anymore. It's a liquid. It's really nice. So I take it in a syringe and I put it under my tongue. And then I also drop some drops on my hands and my veins. The back, okay, I'll show you. I don't know, you guys. I can see it so well, my veins. When I don't have my oil in me, you don't see those. They don't pop up like that. But it shows me that my veins have dilated. And I know that my medicine is in there because that's what made them dilate. And I'm taking it for my cancer. And believe me, I love to get high. And you go out and you get the best stuff there is on the top shelf. I would rather smoke that than make medicine out of it, except for that the medicine works, people. So you don't get to get high. I definitely don't suggest, except for, you know what, I have to take that back. Because I said, what a way to take your medicine. You know, put a little inside and have sex with your husband. Yeah, that's a nice way to take your medicine. And it will pump through you like nobody's business, if you know what I mean. So that's enough of that. Just saying, I do have some. So I have 10 gram size. I'll let go for 25. And then you've got a 30 gram size that is 75. So you're not really getting a break, because really it should be 100. Really, it's worth its weight in gold. Especially for those of us who are old. That rhymed, so I had to use it. All I know is, for now, I have some that I can share. So I figured the 10 gram size I'll let go for $25 donation, okay? That donation is to help me, well, in everything I've got to do, but also help recoup some of the money that it took to make it. Because it was a crazy amount. You know, it costs a lot of money to grow pot, people. You know, so we can say, oh, we can grow it. Well, yeah, that's not so easy to do. Joe did a good job growing it. I helped all the way, and I was the one funding it. But I'm telling you, man, that costs a bloody fortune. Nutrients are expensive. Electricity is expensive. And then you're only getting these little, I mean, if you're doing good, a 3-foot plant, it's much better to grow it in the sun. And don't worry about all those nutrients. Maybe take some of the nutrients that you can get at the nursery and fix the ground, but you shouldn't have to be feeding it nutrients all the time. Excuse me, I'm burping. But they say that, what am I trying to say? They say that pot grown outside is stronger. So, I mean, why not take what God has given us? He gave us a plant, and He's given us a long growing season, start in April and finish in October. Now, see, when you grow inside, you got several different growing cycles, but I just think that's too crazy. Not going to do that anymore. Not going to pay for the electricity to grow it and the nutrients and all that stuff. And so, those of you who think that growing it is cheaper than buying it, no, it's not. Unless you do, like I just said, use the sun. Use that season and the sun. And then, I don't know what the nutrients are that I can even say now, but there are certain ones that they put in the ground. They fix the dirt. They put nutrients in the ground, and then they plant. And then all you do is water. You don't got to keep track of how many nutrients and how many weeks you do it this way and then that way, because there's a big old science about it. I might not use my right words, but the point is, it's not easy. And when you're growing inside, there's just so many things that can go wrong. You got spider mites, and you got aphids, and you got whatever's, mold. You can have mold too, because you've got all the heat from the lights and all the moisture from the water, and it can produce mold. So you got to be on top of things. You can't be lackadaisical about it. Anyway, I need to go potty, I think, so I'm gonna cut this little visit short. Just need to go in and get out of the sun too. It's gonna be hot today. See, once I got my blood moving through my veins, and yeah, I got hot too. But this is the kind of day that a person might lay out. But I got too many things going on. After Dad's caregiver goes, we're gonna go get my blood work done, see if I can have surgery next week. I was all excited about my surgery, and then I find out, oh no, it depends. So, and I've been lackadaisical about my blood sugar. Once I got that PET scan done, I wasn't as worried about it. Plus, I'm taking my pills. I'm definitely taking my pills, which I had stopped taking before, so hopefully I'll be in good shape. Damn, it's hot in here too. So hot, Papa Bear. Hey, I'm going to go pate. I live in an oven. Basically like a sauna, I guess. They're saying saunas are really good. Anyway, people, I'm gonna have to go. Talk to you guys a little later, okay? I'll come back for another session. Bye.